Hello, welcome. It has been a long time since I've done a video like this, but thank God, right? I'm excited to be sharing with you all the brand new business planner that is coming from the Inspired Blueprint. It is very reminiscent of the Live, Love, Inspire business planner. If you have been a user of that in the past, lots of the same things in here. So we're going to take a look and see what all is inside. I'm going to put a picture up on the screen of what you can expect for the different cover options that are going to be available. This planner will be available for pre-order starting November 17th at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, and then they will start shipping out a few weeks after that. All of the specific details will be on the website, so you'll be able to see that. But when you order it, the earlier you order it, you will definitely have an on-time chances of it being there for you before the new year starts, so you have time to get into it and start planning. I'm planning on them to start shipping out the 1st of December, so yeah, plenty of time for you to get that. So you can see these are the different cover styles that are going to be available. We have the CEO, Dreamer, Innovator, Entrepreneur, as well as Bun Girl. And yeah, so we're going to just get into this thing. I'm actually going to flip through with this other one because it has some newer updates in it. So I'm going to get right to it and just show y'all the first page. So right when you get in here, we have our message, building a business full of freedom, impact, and legacy. I truly believe that that is what it's all about, especially when you want to have a business that is just so much deeper and really tied to you and your purpose. It is a 6-month undated planner as well, so keep that in mind. And what is nice about these two, which I didn't mention, is that you can get them separately, so you can get just one, but you can also purchase them in a 2-pack. So if you want to just have it for the entire year and then you switch it up at the halfway point, you will have that. But the beauty of Undated that we all know is that you can take breaks and come back as you want, and it doesn't affect anything. You can always still pick up where you left off, which is probably my favorite part. So we have our little if found please contact page, and then a page for you to do some reflection and just your thoughts of whenever you open this up and you're getting started to fill out these pages. The reason that I created this planner was really to help you get in tune with who you are as the business owner, as well as your day-to-day planning and accountability as you work through the year or the 6 months that you're using it. So take this time to really just think about, reflect, how was this last year? How are your thoughts about starting your business for the first time? Everyone's in different places when they're using this, and so I encourage you to definitely take a moment to just be real with yourself, and then you can look back. We also have the business foundation pages. These are always a favorite. It's just a place for you to put your name, who you serve, why you're doing it, what makes your business unique, and then your mission statement, core values, and your elevator pitch. So these are all things that you should have established when you have your business, whether if you're getting it started or if it's one that you've had for a while. This should be a breeze to fill in, but I have this page in here because I want you to just remember the foundation of your business. So anytime you're getting stuck on what you should be focusing on, what your next move should be, this page can act as a North Star for you to go back and be like, is this in alignment with who I serve, with my mission? Does this work with my core values? And it's just easy for you to come back and just check it instead of it being like buried in some document on your computer somewhere. We have our brain dump page. I love this one because it's just a place for you to get all of your ideas out. So whether you want to do collaborations with people, you want to start something new, check out a new platform, research something, price out something, whatever you want to do, put it on here. And especially when you're thinking about the next 6 months, what are some things that you could see happening? But this could just even be dreaming. But this could even just be dreaming big, things you see in the next year, 3 to 5 years. And then what I love to do on this page is to highlight some of the priority things that I know that I want to do in the upcoming season. So for the next 6 months, the things you wrote down, what do you actually see happening for you? And then this is where you can get into your quarterly planning. So once you do that, take a moment to think about, the things on this page, what exactly you could do when you want to do it, and then just take this page to actually plan that out. What do you think Q1 is going to look like, Q2? And so even though this is a 6-month planner, there are some places in here for you to still plan out your next 12 months. And this is a great place to come and just decide what is going to be happening from that brain dump, because the brain dump is a representation of all of your hopes of what you envision for your year ahead, your 6 months ahead, your next quarter. So really taking some time to plan that out and just putting them on here. Just very scratch pad. It doesn't need to be beautiful. It doesn't need stickers. It doesn't even need to be color coded. Just jot some things down of what you see happening. Holidays that are coming up, important dates, anniversaries of your business, anything like that can go in these. And then you have just a page to just spread out. I love to spread out and plan, and sometimes I don't need anybody to tell me what to write or to do. And so you have a page in here to do that. You might be thinking all kinds of ideas from that brain dump. So this is just a little dot grid set of pages for you to take some time to write out anything. And that could be at any point. It doesn't have to be when you're doing it, but at any point if you just need some space to write. Then we get into, again, the person behind the business. So consistency is so big when it comes to growing online, having a business, really just in life. And so I think it's really easy for us to get caught up in what other people's version of consistency is, and it can make us feel like we're falling short. And so this page is just for you to define what consistency means for you, how you're going to be consistent, and then how you're going to celebrate your consistency. So if that means, showing up on a platform 4 times a week, if that means sending out an email to your list bi-weekly, if that means having a new launch once a month, whatever that looks like, define that for yourself so that you are not getting caught up in the comparison game when you're seeing what someone else is doing, because it's really easy to feel like, oh, I'm not doing enough. So define that on this page for you. Mark it if you need to come back and refer to it. It's important. And then my next 6 months will be. So this is just a place for you to just take a moment to just envision, what is 6 months from now going to look like? How would you like for it to feel? And then what are your 3 focuses? So you can pull this from your brain dump. You can pull this from maybe something that came off of this page, or just anything you already know, like, okay, in the next 6 months, boom, I know I'm going to be launching this. In the next 6 months, I know that I'm going to be starting to grow on this platform. Whatever your 3 key focuses are, this is a great place to just write those down and identify what that's going to look like. We also have a page for prioritizing yourself, because again, if the entrepreneur is not right, the business will not be, correct? So this is what you want to improve on, how you want to feel. I will make time for myself by. So what are some things you're planning on doing to make time for yourself? How will you create more freedom in your life and within your days? I think this is important, especially when it comes to if you are running your business on the side of a job. How are you going to make time to still create freedom for yourself, to allow you to do the fun things, the things that you have always wanted to try or that you've put off? This is the page for you to plan that out. So this doesn't really have to be business focused whatsoever. This is just about you, this whole page. And what is something as a word or a mantra that can keep you encouraged, as well as just a list of some things you want to try within the next 6 months. Over here, we have our income page, because it wouldn't be a business planner without having some type of way to track our revenue goals and our income and things like that. So on here, if you have multiple streams of income, you can write them down, your sales goal for how much you want to make from that stream of income. This is just a page for you to use in the way you see fit. If you have a couple different ways, like I know for me, there's YouTube AdSense, there's products, there's coaching, different things like that. Maybe if you have brand deals, you can kind of plan out what you see your income coming from. So a great page for that. We have our monthly stats. This page can be used for absolutely anything. So whatever you want to track, it could be social media, it could be total number of products sold, income you've made every month. I'll leave it up to you. There is a small little box over here that you can use to pretty much just write in, or even use like a little sticker or a little drawing or something to represent what it is that you're trying to track. I know for me, a lot of times I will use it for social media. So I'll just put like IG, FB for Facebook, YT for YouTube, or put a little sticker if I have one, and then use that to track it throughout the year. And then we have a just full to-do list, 2 pages of that, just if there's things you want to look into. One year I did it where I just did books to read, and it was just a ton of business books that I wanted to read. Things you want to check out, whatever you want to use these pages for, it's just here for you to have a place for a list, and you're not looking for it and wondering like, okay, where did I write that down at? Like, it could just be in here. So it could just simply be things to look into, people to research, or things like that. You have your 2023 calendar for our upcoming year. And then important dates. This page was added. This is a new page because I wanted to give you a spot to just identify. So if you're looking at this, you're highlighting some things, you can then take a moment to write down over here to just kind of keep it on your radar, specifically within that 6-month range. If you know there is a social media holiday coming up or a sale time that you want to do something, you could put it here just to have it on your radar and kind of do some pre-planning before you even really get into the full planning pages. Okay, so the next page, another dot grid. Like I said, plenty of room to spread out. And this is where we get into kind of one of my favorite parts. This is a whole launch strategy mini planner within here. So if you have an upcoming launch, typically we do within our businesses, these are pages to plan it out. So what you're launching, what your launch date is, the type of launch, the tasks that are associated with that, and there's a place for you to put some due dates. You also have a place to brainstorm some things you want to do throughout the launch. So one thing I always talk about, especially in my programs, is educating people, providing value, building up the momentum, what's going to happen during launch week, launch day, and then what do you want to do post-launch. So this just gives you a little area to start thinking about some of those things, even before you've told anybody about it, even before you have gotten into your launch phase. You have this, and then you also have a place to just kind of track your launch as it goes. So what is your sales goal, your growth goal, and then there's a couple blank spots for you to also put what you would like to see happen from the launch. So really, really nice. I really like these pages. Another thing you could do with this dot grid, if you wanted to keep it with this could be a place to put a timeline together. If you wanted to just write out, okay, week 1, I'm going to focus on this, week 2, and etc., or just different things. You can use it. Again, I like to leave a lot of space for you to make it work for you, but you do have some pages to get you started. And you have 3 sets of these launch strategies in here, so you can use them accordingly over the 6-month period. I know for me, I usually do a launch about every other month, so it works out kind of nice for that. And then we get into the meat of the planner, which is the monthly and the weekly pages. So the monthly page here has been updated a little bit. So you have a little reminder. This one specifically says success will be different for everyone. The goal is to get closer to my version of it. And then you have your monthly success plan. So challenging myself to launch, create, grow. I'll be consistent by, if you're launching 2 things or whatever you're doing, I put another spot for that. What will your rest day be? What will it look like? What day will it be? And then what do you want to look into? So just some prompts to kind of get you thinking about the month. Again, you have a spot over here if you want to just plan out some more things, dream up some things, draw something on your mind, whatever you want to do, you have that page for every month. And then you have these little prompts to kind of get you started, especially if you're stuck or not sure what to do. That helps you, but always plan a rest day. Always have a day of something that is for you. Even if it's not the full day, you can write down what it's gonna be, what are you gonna do on that day, what day it's gonna be, what time it's gonna be. And then there's a spot for you to mark done when you have accomplished those things in the month if you wanna come back. On here, we have the monthly blueprint. This is also from the previous planner version that I used to have. The only thing different I changed just of the look and kind of the layout. So you have a place for a monthly brain dump, which I love. And then you also have a place to kind of identify what you want your content focus to be. Maybe you're talking about 1 or 2 different topics throughout that month. So just a place for you to write that down, and then some ideas, kind of just really a brain dump as well. But if you want to specifically make it more content related, you have a place for that. And then we have our key focuses and our goals and tracking. So just from here, pulling that out, what are the things you really want to make a priority for the month ahead? Key focuses is really going to maybe be like those bigger things that you're doing. So if you're launching something, if you are wanting to possibly host an event, things like that might be your key focuses, which end up becoming the main projects. And then you also have your goals and tracking. So that might be something a little bit smaller. Maybe you're kind of just tracking your growth of your email list, or you're wanting to reach out to 10 brands this month for a sponsorship or something like that. So again, very open-ended to how you want to use it, but those areas are there. And then the projects this is one of my favorite parts. So if it's a launch, if it is you working on your website, you revamping your brand, whatever it is, you have a spot to plan out some monthly projects. And then I just left these little areas for you to just do what you do, because sometimes I like to just draw things. I like to just jot stuff down that's not on a line. So you just have some different ways of how you can write things down. So these boxes, again, just here for you to spread out, get creative, and plan out all the things. Of course, you have a monthly spread on 2 pages, undated again, so you can definitely write that in. And then over here, just a spot for you to, again, if you need to plan out some additional to-dos, organize your thoughts, focuses that you're doing for the month. If you have maybe like a specific thing, maybe you go live 3 times a month, you can put your monthly live streams, and then you could check it off as they happen. Really, the sky's the limit with this page. And then we have the actual weekly pages. So this is our key focuses. So now we're breaking it down for just what am I doing this week, the project tasks. So this could be done and looked at in a lot of ways. How I usually do it, I'll write down my top 3 things I'm focusing on for the week. I feel like anything more than that just kind of becomes not unrealistic, but as a solopreneur and a mom and a wife and just trying to maintain, 3 is more than enough for me. And so then from there, I'll usually take these 3 things and I'll break them down into the smaller tasks that I want to do during the week. So a great example for this, my shop is going to be launching soon. So maybe just shop launch might be the key focus. But this particular week, I know my tasks is going to be finishing my homepage, getting my email ready to go, setting up the integrations for drop shipping, things like that. So that's a place for you to do that. But again, it could just be random tasks. It doesn't have to necessarily be the focus. And then it could also tie back to those projects that you're doing here. And then you're pulling these tasks in as well. So that system can be used however is best for you. Weekly inspiration box. Use this for anything. If you hear a good quote that encourages you, if somebody says something encouraging, put it here. If someone you know is supporting you, if you get a kind message or a great testimonial, write it in here to remember it. I look at the weekly inspiration as a place for you to just give yourself that little extra. All this is so like planning focused. And so just to have something that is fun and light. So you could put a cute sticker there. You could draw something, how you want the week to feel or look. If there's something major happening, write it in. So it's really whatever you want for this little box. Over here, we have the content planning section. So you have a specific area just for content. Whether you do one platform, multiple platforms, you have a place to kind of write it in. What I love to do is write my theme or what my focus is for the week. Usually I talk about one thing for an entire week and then break it down based off of like, okay, I'm doing a live on this day. My email is going out on this day. My podcast is going live. So you can have a place to just kind of plan out what it's going to look like for that week. And then over here, this is really what you want it to be. So if you want to plan out appointments, you could actually turn these lines into do's if you wanted to for each day. Or what I like to do is I'll usually turn these lines into to-dos. So I'll just put a little dot and make it a to-do list for the week. But if I have a lot of appointments, I'll write appointments in over here or something like that. If it's a big day like launch day, I'll draw it in really pretty, launch day, and put some cute stickers around it. So this one, again, every week probably will be different how you may use it. And then over here we have more planning. So I just feel like I like to have everything in one place, and that is why you have these additional 2 pages for each week. So another place for you to put 3 more to-do lists. So a lot of times if I'm doing like a batch recording week, or if I have a big design project I'm working on, or if I'm doing like my vision board party is coming up, I will actually use one of these for what I'm doing for that week, just for that specific task. And then I can check this as the week goes on to see what I want to do and when. And then the project launch tracker, this is just if you have a major project you're working on, maybe over several months, this is just a place for you to fill in your progress week after week as you work on it. If it's something you know you're going to be working on for more than the month, and even if it's just the month, it's a great place for you to come and you just kind of color it in as you go. The other thing is the weekly wins and needs improvement, and then our financial recap. So All of these are pretty self-explanatory, but good things that happened this week, things that maybe didn't work that could be better, and then just all of the money you have made, the income and everything can be recapped here if you'd like. You could even pull it straight from a software you use and just write it in if you want to have a place to quickly glance. And then more places for you to spread out, write the things down. I love to use this if I'm on a meeting with somebody. I might just turn to this page and take a quick note, and that has worked really well for me. Or if I'm planning out something, if I want to sketch something out, I'll use this page. It's just really nice because you get them every week, so you have a ton of space to do that. And so it just repeats week after week, and it continues. And then after you get so far, you will get another monthly page, and that will continue for 6 months. So you get 5 weeks for every single month because it's undated, because of course some months will be longer than others. But that is pretty much it. And then if we go all the way to the back, there is just a final page in here, and it's the celebrate and recap. And this is just throughout the time. If something amazing happens, come back here and write it down. If someone says something sweet to you that just like encourages you to keep going, come write it down. If you hit a goal, if you sell out, if you get your first sale, these, and put the date. You know, these are things you can kind of capture so you can come back and reflect on it. Look at it as if it's just kind of like a place for all of your wins that you've had, all of the amazing things you're doing. And then you can always take these pages out, cut off the little binding, and you could even put it up on your wall, especially if this is a planner you're going to be using regularly. And then you can just have all of these little things to recap and look at that you did. So that is pretty much the planner. Very simple, to the point, tons of space for you to really just get clear on your goals and what it is that you want to do. Again, these are going to be the 2 cover options to start for this very first launch. We're keeping it very simple. But yeah, y'all, I am just very excited for what is to come. I just appreciate all of the love and support that I got already from just you hearing about it. So if you're interested, make sure you click the link down below to get on the wait list for when the shop opens. And again, these will be available for pre-order, and they'll start shipping out the 1st of December. So that is all I got for you. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Bye.